You are listening to the Cognitive Preference Podcast, where we explore the fascinating ways in which our brains process information, make decisions, and perceive the world around us. My name is Robert Brown. I'm here today with Francis Sopper, the originator of the Kairos Assessment, which is a series of questions which reveals how your brain prefers to think, listen, observe, move, read, and talk. You can take the assessment at kairoscognition.com to help you better follow along with the show.
You can find these on the web easily. I looked up bell curve for average height of males in the U.S. And so there's a bell curve, and there are standard deviation lines that tell you what percent of people are in these various height ranges. It turns out if you're 7'5", they estimated that's 2 people in the world. What they call average is 5'9.5". 17% of the population is
5'9".
5'9". 17% is 5'10". Did you find one?
I did.
That's it.
You're
that's
right.
the one. Yep, that's the one I was looking at.
17%.
That's the one I was looking at. So let's put the two of them together that are at the center. Let's put 5'9" and 5'10" together. That's 34% of the population. 34% isn't the majority. It is abnormal to be either 5'9" or 5'10" because 66% of adult males in America are not 5'9" or 5'10". So 2/3 of adult men in the United States are not 5'9" or 5'10". Yet we call that average normal. And we think, well, that's the majority. No, that's actually abnormal to be in the center of the bell curve. Most people are not in the center of the bell curve. There's sort of a conventional wisdom out there that suggests average is a majority. But only 17% of the population is 5'9", which means 83% of the population is not 5'9".
Then if there's no normal, then there's no neurodivergence.
We're all divergent. There's places you can be where you have fewer people who share your height. The basketball player Yao Ming is 7'5". So we can probably on Earth find one other person who's his height. Is he abnormal? No, he was a perfectly normal guy who was a superior basketball player. And, there wasn't anything mutant about him or anything. He's otherwise regular person who was just really tall and taught how to play basketball. So what got me on this was in my newsfeed was a study of the RAND Corporation, which is a high-level research organization out in California. It's a non-university, non-government affiliated research organization, and they've been known for decades for their high-level research. National security organizations need highly skilled and intellectually creative individuals who are eager to apply their talents to address the nation's most pressing challenges. In public and private discussions, officials and experts addressed the need for neurodiversity in the national security community. They described missions that are too important and too difficult to be left to those who use their brains only in typical ways. One of the things we've learned, you and I know about our work, and we say it all the time, is we can all stand in the same place at the same time, look in the same direction, but we're taking a different sample of the information that's out there. It's going to be hard to find somebody who's exactly the same height. So someone who says they're 5'9", but there's really an inch range in that. And if you measured people with a laser beam, there'd be a lot of diversity within that range between 5'9" and 5'10". But getting away from height and getting away from getting toward other kinds of talents. It's not that people in clusters where there are more people like you are not as valuable. People in that center cluster can do things that the people on the edges can't do. People on the edges can do some things that the people in the center can't do. People in the center can do things that people on the edges can't do. We need it all. If you're 5'9", you're going to meet more people who are similar to you in height than Yao Ming's going to meet. That doesn't mean having more people like you is a bad thing either. Diversity means we're all diverse. We're all different from one. That's what diversity means. We're different. We diverge from each other. All of us are different from most of the other people around us. Even when there's more people like us, like being 5'9" or 5'10", you're still only a third of the population. People between 5'9" and 5'10" are still only a third of the population and diverge from the other 2/3 of the population. As the Rand Corporation study says, we need a wide range of cognitive talents. Well, if we only select from the center, we're not getting a wide range. If we rejected the center, we're not getting a wide range.
Thank you for tuning in today to listen to our show. If you find value in these episodes, consider sharing this with a friend, a colleague, or a family member that you think will benefit. See you in the next episode.